Hello, I am Naveen Agarwal and I am going to present the paper BaroSense using barometer for road traffic congestion detection and path estimation with crowdsourcing. Traffic congestion on urban roadways is a serious problem and we need novel ways to detect and mitigate it. Determining the routes that led to the traffic congestion segment is also vital in devising mitigation strategies. Further, if we crowdsource this information and allows for use these strategies quickly and in places where infrastructure is not available. For example, if we get to know that these vehicles are in stuck state and we able to estimate the path that led to the stuck state, we can tell other commuters to avoid taking the same path. In this paper, we have proposed an unconventional method using barometer sensor of mobile phones to detect road traffic congestion and estimate the path that led to the congested road segment. The main contribution can be summed as, so we have proposed a feature set since we are using the barometer sensor. So we have proposed a new feature set to classify users' movement into two broad classes, still and motion. So based on this activity recognition, we have proposed an algorithm for detecting congestion and into three states: moving, congestion and stuck, and we are able to get a good accuracy for stuck state, about 97%. Further, we have proposed a methodology to build a database of road signatures so that we can easily look up the potential road segment on which a user could be on. And we have also proposed an approach to estimate the recent path traveled by the user before encountering the stuck state by using barometer readings. We have also proposed an approach to detect boarding and deboarding of a vehicle by a commuter and to find the occupancy rate of a vehicle. To improve the accuracy of the systems, we have proposed a crowdsourcing system based on the majority voting, and we have validated our approach by performing multiple experiments on both personal and public vehicles in different cities using multiple phones. Barometer sensor, if we compare with other sensors, it is a consume very less power in microwatts. It is a passive sensor. It doesn't get affected due to the movement of mobile phone and it doesn't require any permissions. It is a non-private sensor as compared to other sensors like GPS, which is not private sensor, and accelerometer. They consume power in milliwatts. So barometer sensor just add only 1 to 2% of the base power. The main basis of our paper is that the roads which seems perfectly flat to the naked eye, actually they vary in the latitude at different points along the way. And barometer sensors nowadays in the smartphone is sensitive enough to measure these altitude changes up to 2 to 3 feet. And the number of times this altitude change in a unit time can be mapped to the movement of a user. We have tested the robustness of barometer sensor in the various conditions by moving in the vehicles, by keeping either one window open or two window opens, or keeping the air conditioning on and off, or keeping the phone in the pocket or bag. So multiple conditions we have tested the robustness of barometer sensor on highways during peak and non-peak hours. The main system architecture is that on mobile device side, which is on the each commuter's smartphone, our congestion detection algorithm will work. As soon as it detects the stuck state, so we trigger the GPS to get latitude and longitude of the user of last movement. On the server side, we have already kept a database of all the road signatures, the barometer value of the road segment, and we have kept in such a way that for a particular distance from a city center, we have kept together. Now, as soon as we get the location of the user, we also compare with the city center, and from that we get to know that with the subset of the road signature that we have to compare to know about the user's movement on a particular road. We have proposed to use the dynamic time warping to match real-time barometer reading, with the signature in the database. And once we know the route followed by the user, we can disseminate this information to the other users. Now our full approach has two parts. One is the traffic congestion detection and one is the path estimation. To detect the traffic, further we have to first detect the activity of the user, and we have observed the activity as still or motion, and subsequently it is used to detect the traffic state of the user as moving, congestion or stuck. So if user is in the still state, obviously the pressure experienced by the barometer sensor should not change rapidly as compared to the user in the motion state, and we have tested it in the various conditions. Now we have proposed a unique feature from the barometer readings. As we observed that the traffic state doesn't change over few minutes of time, so we have kept our windows of barometer reading about 1 to 2 minutes, and between this window we have extracted the features. Now our main feature in that particular window, the primary window, which is we are shifting over time, we name it as a jump feature. So it is calculated as if difference in the altitude measure now and 5 seconds before is more than 1 meter, then we counted it as a jump. Now this is not hard code value, it could be 0.8, 0.6. We have tested for different values and we found that this is good enough. And then in a particular window we counted the number of jumps, number of times this altitude varies in that particular window, and we count the number of jumps. So like for first window of 20 seconds we count the number of jumps, then for second window we shifted it and we keep on counting the number of jumps in each sliding window, and this gives us this kind of pattern. Now when we compare this pattern with the still activity and motion activity, we can see the distinct pattern. The number of jumps in case of still are very less as compared to the number of jumps when the user is in the motion. Now when we tested it in the various conditions, when in the vehicle, when the one window is open or all windows open, or when AC is on, or when the phone is in the pocket or bag, we can see that these patterns are clearly different from the still activity when the number of jumps are very less. Further, we observe that a single time window cannot correctly define activity, so we need to consider a sequence of these time windows. So we observed n such windows and we get a, let's say, pattern of this. So if we are getting lot of jumps in n such windows, we can conclude that the user is in the moving state. Now value of n, if we keep it very small, obviously the full activity may not be captured properly, and if we keep it very large, then more number of activity may be considered. So that's why we have kept for time being the value of n to be equal to 10, just for the experiment purpose. So in these 10 windows we checked at how many times the user is in a particular still or in the moving state. So we use that as a feature and train the classifier with the input samples, and after training then we use that classifier to classify each sample as being in still or in a motion. So our sequence of windows, so they are fed to SVM, and it then gives us whether the user is in the still motion or in the moving motion. When we compare the accuracy of this sport vector machine on various phones, we got a very good accuracy, around 97 to 98% accuracy on the different phones by training data, by using data from various phones and the other phones. Now once we know the activity of the user, from one set of windows gives activity of users as a still motion, then we use this sequence to detect the traffic congestions. Once a user is more in the still state, obviously then user is in the stuck state. If it is in the moving state, then obviously user in the moving state. In between we recognize it as a congestion state. For that we have devised a simple algorithm by counting the still and moving state in a particular sequence. If user is more in the still state, then we say it is a stuck. If user is moving more, then we say it is moving state. Otherwise it is a congestion state. So now from user's activity we have detected a traffic congestion by algorithm. We named it as a Rhodes-Figmo algorithm. We tested on the various phones, and this graph represents our predicted output moving, congestion and stuck on actual GPS speed, on the actual values. So we can see that there are few false cases like these. So these are observed on the Nexus 5, but on other phones like Samsung Note 3 there are many false cases, and Samsung S3 also has many false cases over the different speed ranges. Now to improve the accuracy, we propose to use the majority voting. So when we do the majority voting, when we know that these few phones are moving together, and when we combine their results, our false case gets reduced. And if we sum up the overall results, so we got this accuracy for moving, congestion and stuck state. This is a confusion matrix. We can see that we got a good accuracy for the stuck state, and which actually matters. And once we recognize the stuck state, we can estimate the path. Now to estimate the path, so there can be multiple options the way the user is moving. So there can be multiple ways the user could be on. So on encountering the stuck state, now our aim is to get the last few barometer readings of the moving state. Now this could be of different time number of values as compared to our signatures. So that's why we propose the dynamic time warping. And we observed that the road signature on different days of the same path looks similar. Based on this, we compare the dynamic time warping, which can be used to compare two time series of the different lengths. Now we observed all the scenarios in which a user can be moved to a particular stuck state in a different ways. For all the possible scenario, when we compared using dynamic time warping, so like this is for one particular scenario, we can see that if users movement are compared with the stored signatures, they come lowest when they are compared with the same road, and this help us to estimate the path traveled by the user. Similarly, we can do the correlation analysis. We can know that when the phones are in the same vehicle, they give very good correlation of their parameter value. And if they are moving in a different vehicles but very close to each other at the same speed, then again it gives a good high correlation value. But if they are on a different vehicle on a different speed, then the actual value ranges from 0.22 to 0.64. Now using this, we can detect the boarding and deboarding of the vehicle. We can say that when the user in the same vehicle or not, and that phenomena we have used to find boarding and deboarding, and the same can be extended to find the occupancy rate of the vehicle. If we know the barometer reading of a vehicle, we can compare with all the user having the similar barometer reading and correlation. So that can be used to detect the whether occupancy of rate of a particular vehicle. So if we have to sum up, so we have proposed a traffic congestion algorithm to detect with a very good accuracy, and further we have proposed majority voting and crowdsourcing technique to improve the accuracy of the system to detect further event like boarding and deboarding of vehicles. So the path estimated the way user have moved to a stuck state, so that also give a very good accuracy. Thank you very much. For any queries, and you can directly mail to us. You can also listen to our presentation during the main conference, and you can also read our paper available here. So thank you very much.